Meat City, baby.
Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video, and today we're covering the Lightside Geonosis territory battle. It is our endgame content. Yeah, it's too hard. It's tuned way out of proportion. It sucks. Most people can't really do it now or can't do it effectively, but it's what we have and it's not changing, so we're doing our best to get through it. Today I'm covering the Phase 1 space battle, and I think this is my first successful run at it, so I wanted to share it with you guys. Again, people that are at the top end of the game and getting through this, there's nothing super new here or really in-depth in terms of strategy. Unfortunately, it's just kind of a gear check, and when you surpass that, then you have enough to get through this. The real key for this Phase 1 space battle is that you get enough of the platoons filled to unlock the formations ability. So for us, we had 4 out of the 6 platoons filled for the Phase 1 space battle. And that gives you basically tier 2 of the ability. If you do 2 of the platoons, you get tier 1. If you do 4 of the platoons, you get tier 2. And all 6 of the platoons, you get the tier 3 ability. So we're at 4 of 6. We have the tier 2 ability, basically, which unlocks the formations, offensive or assault and defensive formations. And if you have that, and of course you have a well-geared roster, you kind of have enough to get through it. So I started off with Anakin, Ashoka, and Fives. They're my best geared Galactic Republic fleet. Of course I'm using General Kenobi. He's at Relic 7. Anakin's at Relic 7, and the rest are, Relic 3-ish, 4-ish. Plo is really bad, and some of my reinforcements are bad as well. But the starting lineup is strong. The point here is, and we're up against the Bounty Hunter team, which from what I've heard is the harder team that you can go against here. Feel free to let me know in the comments if you think differently. But it is just kind of a beat your head against the brick wall until either your head breaks or the brick wall breaks. And the formations give you a little bit more ammo to have the wall break first. So Houndstooth is here. It's going to taunt, and you're going to have a really tough time getting through it. And then on top of that, they reinforce Sun Fac. So if Houndstooth's not taunting, then Sun Fac is, and you're not going to be able to keep focusing Houndstooth once it loses taunt because you're going to be beating on it throughout the battle to start. But the formations really do help. And for me, I think the assault formation is pretty much the way to go outside of some really niche situations. Assault formation, and by the way, the big lesson, the takeaway, too long didn't watch, when you have a formation available, if you have them unlocked, use it, because it's always good. Basically, it's a free turn to give a boost to your ships, and then your allied capital ship will get to go again. It won't reduce their cooldowns, but it will let you boost your turn, boost your team, and then take your capital ship turn. And for me, it was always the assault. You give your allied non-capital ships 50% turn meter, so you're getting their turn to go more quickly, which is really important because you want to keep going faster using those abilities. And you also reduce their cooldowns by 2, which is great because if you've got Plo, for instance, and his heal, or Anakin and the AoE and the buff immunity, or Fives and the target lock, multi-strike hit, all those things are great. You're going to get to do them much faster if you keep spamming the assault formation ability. So that was kind of the key here. Have a good fleet, use your abilities wisely, right? Make sure you get unending or unyielding loyalty onto your ships when you can so that they don't die from a big hit. Grind through Houndstooth, grind through Sun Fac. You're building up, get AoE days out there whenever you can. Make sure you keep unending, unyielding, whatever it is, loyalty on as long as possible. Use assault formation every time it comes up. And again, the defensive one, I think, gives you a heal. So maybe if you're in dire straits and 3 of your ships are at half health, use that to get them back up to full health again. It also makes tanks taunt, which can be helpful if you've got a tank in play. You want to keep the heat off of your ships. But to me, if you're not attacking constantly, powerfully, overwhelming the enemy, they're eventually going to grind you down. Healing your way through it is not really the way to go. Again, unless you build your fleet that way. If you've got Relic 7, Sergeant, Rex, and Fives, and Plo Koon, yeah, maybe you can heal your way through it. But for me, I went offense, using Plos, give my allies turn meter as often as I can, just keep on pounding, big offensive hits. Eventually the bombs come in with the Y-Wing bombing run, and you'll get there. And as you can see, there wasn't any magic. Focus your targets. You're going to be forced to go through Houndstooth. You're going to be forced to go through Sun Fac. Hit them hard enough, hit them long enough, they'll start to fall. And once you have those two out of the way, then, I mean, you're pretty much home free. I didn't lose, did I lose a ship the entire battle? I might have lost a reinforcement. I've still got my starting 3, and then there you can see the big area hit from Anakin at the end. It's enough to get through, and it's, 523,000 points. So you need to be completing a ton of these. As you can see, our day 1 goal here is to get 3 stars. It's a stretch goal. We may not reach it, but that's what we're going for. So every battle counts. You need those points whenever you can get them. And like I said, the big key there is getting 4 out of those 6 platoons. So they don't change. You know what they are. If you're not ready for light side Geo territory battle yet, you can get ready. Look at the pain points. I think there's Y-Wings and whatever, the rare ships that are in there, Hyena bombers, I'm sure, the new stuff that came out. Don't neglect those. Even if you're not going to gear it up and use it in your fleet now, it can be huge if you can just plug one of those in. If you've got a Gear 1 7-star bomber or whatever is required, great, get it to 7 stars, and then you can plug it into a platoon, and you're going to help your guild out a lot when you get to light side Geonosis territory battle. So that's it for today. Wanted to show you how that worked. Let me know if you guys are using defensive formation more than offensive formation for any reason. If you think I have that wrong, if I'm missing something. Again, this is my first real constructive run through where I was paying attention. I think it was our first chance to use the platoons and the formation. So that was my first impression. If you guys have done it a little more often than me and you have some tips, feel free to leave those in the comments below. Other than that, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.